Hey everybody, it's October and this is our market update. I just want to say thank you so much for that. We did get the best of Northstate last month in September, and a lot of you guys voted for us, and that's really cool. I don't know if we are really the best mortgage company. There's a lot of great mortgage companies in Northern California, but to be recognized as one of them, to be even competing in that same world is really cool, because we've been striving to have the reputation that we have for a long time now. And it's really cool that we got recognized for that. So thank you guys so much for that. I'm gonna go over a couple topics this month. Wanted to talk about the market. A lot of people ask me if they think the market's sustainable. Are we heading into a bubble? Are we in a bubble now? And I've touched on this before. I don't really know the answer to that, but there is some unique things that we can look at that will kind of help us. Number one, you have to remember that a lot of people that have bought homes in the last several years are in record low interest rates. So it would literally cost them more to go rent than it would to keep their house and pay their mortgage right now. That's one of the key differences with this market versus the one in pre-2009 with all those subprime loans. A couple other things is that there's a growth in our population, and that is one of the key parts of the demand of the supply of homes that are available is that our population is growing. There's millennials coming into the marketplace and they need houses. And one of the challenges we have in Northern California is there's just not enough houses most of the time for the demand that we have, especially new construction. A lot of markets are exploding right now with new construction. You look at Boise, Idaho, Bend, Oregon, and some of these other markets, even just south of Northern California, you see explosive developing happening. Here in Northern California, it hasn't really happened yet. It's been a little slow. There are some developers out there, and there's some new ones coming up, which is really exciting, but it really hasn't taken off to the place that we really need it to be for this market to be what it is. So most experts predict that what we're seeing right now in our housing market, not just in Northern California, but really on a nationwide trend, is that this thing is going to keep going, and it shouldn't be a huge spike in values, but the trend that we're seeing right now, which is healthy, is going to keep happening. Mortgage rates, something I always talk about. I talked about last month rates being at all-time lows yet again, and I always feel like a broken record. They still are low, although we have seen rates come up a little bit in the last month. They are at highs that we haven't seen for a few months now. Still right around probably the high threes, low fours for most mortgage products. And going through the election, we anticipate rates will stay very, very low. Depending on who gets elected, that's up for debate, but we should see rates stay low through this calendar year. This month we'll have the Federal Reserve meeting 2 different times talking about the Federal Reserve rate that could have some sort of an impact on rates, but right now most of our clients are still getting amazing rates, whether purchasing or refinancing. And by now, you guys should have seen an invitation to our Haas Ranch and Farm Supply Client Appreciation event, October 29th, so it's just a couple weeks from now. We have reserved Haas Ranch and Farm Supply. There's going to be live music, pumpkin patch, all kinds of stuff going on for the kids. If you guys have received that invitation, we would love you to come out and hang out with us. We try to do a couple events like this a few times a year just to get everybody together and have fun and get to see everybody. Ask them how things are going. So if you've gotten that and you guys are interested, we do have limited, we have kind of a big area there, but it is limited, so make sure you RSVP. And as always, if you guys have any questions on anything, such as some of the topics I talked about here, new construction, what are your options, refinancing, selling your house and buying a new one, those are the questions I answer on a daily basis, and I'd love to talk to you anytime. So call the office. Other than that, we'll see you next month, and thank you guys for checking out this month's video blog.